Alright guys, iCCup Fits back here for yet another cast here, and with that we're going to introduce our players. It is going to be, well, let's introduce our players first. Spawning in the top left hand corner as our brown Zerg, it will be Nizzy, and his ally in the bottom right hand corner as the blue Protoss will be a player called Magic. And in the top right hand corner for Team Jim, it will be the white Zerg Nemu. Now this guy was, I believe he was actually in the TLS, so he got up to the semifinals. So this guy's pretty legit. And then you have Jim. I've casted Jim before. I want to say he's like C rank 1v1, but that could be wrong. I'm just saying that purely out of speculation that I've casted mainly C rank and D rank games. So it is possible though that he has just found his way into my higher level cast as well. So this is the finals of a how do I say? This is the finals of a 2v2, the iCCup 2v2 on January 28th, 2013. These are the finals from that, and this is game one. Now this is an all Jade tournament, so keep in mind that all the maps will be Jade. So thankfully it's not Fighting Spirit and all that fun stuff. And also I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do 2v2 tournaments, as well. This overlay is designed for 1v1, obviously. So I've just put in Team Nizzy and Team Jim. The colors are corresponding to the team captains, and CX means cross position, and then horizontal or vertical positioning, which would be like VT, or horizontal would be HR, I guess is what it would be. So of course I will tell you how that game progresses. Now 2v2, Zerg is considered overpowered, just because they get so much map control so early on, and then they can kind of contain one opponent and then just go double mutilus, and then they can make it really annoying. Now we'll see how that does play as a factor here, because double Zerg, I mean, just from the race selection of both these players, Team Jim is going to look in a really good position. Of course, that is subject to change. And I'm sorry, Jim is white. I'm sorry, I mixed up these players. Nemu is the yellow player. And 9 pull with speed, I believe, is what the build orders are. I might even be able to tell. Unfortunately, we can't cycle through all the players, so that's not right. Yeah, but 12 pull, and yeah. So it's just a 12 pull with gas. And it looks like they will be trying to target fire down the Zerg, as Protoss is going to go mainly for... They really can't do a whole lot. They can only tech the Corsair later on. 2v2. It's been forever. It's been ages since I've casted a 2v2, actually. But as my information will slowly regain over time. But they're going to want to target fire down the Zerg, because the Meatless threat can be very overwhelming. Because if, say, the Meatless get caught, that Nizzy can get out of his base, which is the brown Zerg, let's say, gets out of his base with Meatless and starts harassing one of the Zergs, the whole mineral line could be gone. Because think of it like it's so volatile, it's kind of like ZVZ. Like you can immediately lose your mineral line super quickly right now. Now, as we see though, we do see Jim going to be throwing down a creep colony just for defensive purposes as well, just in case of a Ling run by right here. We do have Zealot pressure happening over here by the blue Protoss, by Magic. Not really magical about this, but we'll be trying to focus this down right now. Maybe the /mortar command will work right now. The Zealots are unfortunately going to be caught in a pretty bad position. Oh wait, actually, yeah. Well, the problem was that he got completely surrounded right there, and he unfortunately wasn't able to retreat back down to the ramp. So ultimately did lose that battle. And it looks like the Lings that have been containing the brown Zerg or Nizzy at this point has been thrown back. I don't know exactly what happened to all those white Lings. But they're no longer there is what the important thing to acknowledge is. So, and let me just, just so my voice is a little bit more prominent, over, and it looks like they will be pressuring, or at least it looks like, what's his name is going to be, the yellow Zerg is going to be helping out his teammate right here. Or just kind of going to and from right here, making sure that nothing's getting across the map right here. Going back into Protoss headquarters, Seemingly, yeah, there comes the Stargate. So you will see Corsair coming out, and if they get up to, you know, a high number of them and are cautious with them, because Scourge can always come out. As you can tell, that he is getting the +1 air attack. So it really is the utmost importance, really, to keep that to get these Corsair. I mean, it's a lot of the time that's what Protoss will get. Sometimes you'll see even DTs even. But the important thing is that there's Zergs right now, and you need to play super deep. You need to be super cautious on what you're going, and you're not going to want to see a whole lot of crazy stuff. For the reason that you get a little worried. Oh wait, I heard Mutilus. He does have a Spore up, so he's actually going to go Mass Ling right now. Nizzy is actually going to go Mass Ling. It's not like he can really do much else right now, considering that he's been contained. And he stopped getting gas as well altogether. So, but this is the joint attack coming in right here, and this is why Double Zerg can be so powerful. Look at how many things that are going on here. Going in here, they're trying to kill off the Spore so the Mutilus can harass. At the same time, we do have 2 expansions up for both Zergs right now, and that's another thing that allows for good map control, as those expansions will go up. But it looks like Nizzy has held his own for the time being right now with the Spore. I'm not sure if he does know, but there is kind of a sweet spot up in the north corner of that base. More Lings are going to be reinforcing over here from the Yellow Zerg right now. Yellow Zerg is Nemu coming in here, seeing what he can do. Unfortunately, it looks like Nizzy was getting a little overzealous with his Lings and will cost him. Getting back to that, back down his ramp, and it looks like these Zealots are going to be also a little overzealous. These Mutilus are going to be able to just do continued damage to these, and they might just die on the retreat entirely. And it's kind of funny because apparently it's also, this overlay is definitely designed for like 1v1s, because half the time the health bars aren't even coming up right now, which is kind of funny. But anyway, the Mutilus are coming down here. Ooh, the Scourge, and this is, you got to be careful with your Corsair. I mean, once you lose them, it's so detrimental later on. You need to keep this alive. It's considering the fact that you're only off of 1 Stargate, and if you're going for upgrades as well, you can only, I believe you can only support up to 2 Corsair off of 1 base production, and maybe a Zealot or 2 at a time. So you really you don't really have a whole lot going. You can either produce units or you attack. Like, there's not a whole lot of versatility in what you can do off of 1 base right here. Mutilus are going to be flying back in here, just trying to poking and prodding a little bit right here. Again, both players, Team Jim has gotten 2 more bases up and running, and what this will allow is for the second gas, ever so important, and you already see Jim already claiming his. Not so much for Nemu right now, but we will see that progress over time. And you're going for a second round right here, and as you can tell, just continued production of Lings right here. And we'll see if this push is going to be able to do enough damage right here. Still doing a pretty good job. That Sung is still proving to be very annoying right now, and it looks like these Lings are going to have to be fended off for the time being. And right now, they're both defending, and Protoss, eventually speaking, will be able to muster a decent enough force to go on and attack the Zerg. Because it's not like the Zerg has a good frontal army to just encounter Protoss with a lot of the time. They have Mutilisks, but I mean, once they start getting goons and Storm up and enough Corsair, Protoss can start pushing across the map and really kind of affecting Double Zerg a lot, because Zergs require a ton of gas. And as you can tell, I mean, the drone saturation in 2v2 isn't really a whole lot, and Protoss off of 1 base, once again, if they can get up a big enough force, can prove to be very effective here. And we're going to be seeing Jim coming in here again, just seeing what he can do. And it looks like these Lings are going to be swooping around, maybe back down to Protoss, checking for a potential 3rd base right here. And it looks like we may have a base starting to be established right here, or we're going to see a push out from Protoss. Continuing production of Corsair, so maybe not. Probably just going to continue going with the production of units, as 2v2s are kind of, there isn't a whole lot of stuff going on 2v2 for economy-wise. It's just kind of, you see a lot of teamwork and coordinated attacks, and that's how 2v2 and StarCraft Brood War works, at least. And it looks like he did manner himself ever so slightly right here. Gonna trying to be killing off this creep colony right here, and unfortunately it will go down. We'll cancel it immediately, and more lings are gonna be coming over here. But also, keep in mind, while these attacks have failed, and Protoss, one they get on the map can be disastrous, they have been off a 2 base, so they have been able to get their economies up, and it looks like he has been getting up the drones quite substantially, at least for Nemo right now. And as for Jim, you know, getting up the drone counts up as well. But this is a lot of zealots to keep in mind. That is 13 zealots in that bunch right there, and one extra. Okay, and the Corsair are coming out right now as well. Not as many mules as. Oh, there we go. Ling on ling action happening over here. A lot of stuff is happening on screen. This is why we record Brood War in widescreen. I don't know if the Corsair are going to do what they need to do. Will the Scourge be able to connect? It looks like 2 of them will kill off 1 Corsair, leaving 4 left and leaving 7 Meatless to fend for themselves. Excuse me, 8. Looks like they will be on the defender's position right here. Now we have, what's his name's, Ling's coming in here. The brown Zergs. Nizzy's going to be coming in here trying to go in here, but there are 4 Sunks coming up with a nice Sim City right there. Ling's going to have a very difficult time trying to engage that right now. Oh, the Meatless though are going to be coming in here trying to do is just trying to clear up any of these lings if possible. A lot of Scourge are out as well to deal with the Corsair right here, and the Meatless are just being super pesky right now. The Corsair are in a bit of danger with the Scourge coming in here. Scourge will connect right here, but I think these +1 Corsair are going to have enough to maybe kill off these Meatless. No, we'll have to retreat overall. And we do have Protoss coming in here with his partner trying to do the joint attack. Team Nizzy trying to break down the natural expansion of Jim right here. Will it be effective? I don't think so. Without any Corsair to defend against these Meatless, this army will eventually die slowly, but this Meatless will do ever so continuous DPS over time, and ultimately kill off all the units attacking. We have a 3rd base being established for our Yellow Zerg at this time, so really kind of taking this advantage right now. Protoss still hasn't followed up with any expansion of their own yet, maybe trying to take that as we speak with that probe coming out, but it will get denied by a Ling. A couple Lings coming in here, just trying to see what's going on here right here. And really not too much going on for Nizzy at this time. Oh, but Nizzy's going to be denying this hatchery. We'll get the cancel on it, but nice comeback. But here we go, going back into the main base of our Protoss buddy right here. Magic's in a bit of trouble right now. There are 2 Corsair against these 9 Meatless so far. Only 1 cannon up. I'm not sure if he realizes he could probably A-move on top of this. The longer he waits, the more Corsair comes out. A 3rd Corsair has popped out at this time. Meatless are going to be chasing off these Lings. Nizzy's going to be buying time for Magic as he's forfeited a couple of his Lings to do that. 2v2s are so entertaining, super fast-paced, and of course they're going to be trying to come in here. These Meatless are in a bit of trouble, but with +2 Carapace, keep in mind, Verx is only +1 Neuron attackers, or whatever the weapon on Corsair can be. And the Meatless are trying to come back. Just continuing to get more and more of these things. He has, I believe, 11 Meatless in that bunch right now. Will he try to engage right here? There are 2 Scourges right here, but I don't really know. Nemo's trying to come back in here and help reinforce with a couple of Lings right here. We're going to have the Lings running into other Lings up here, so we might have a battle. We're having 2 battles all over the place right here. But the Corsair are dying, and all that leaves for anti-air in the main base of Protoss is that 1 cannon, and it looks like Nemo will win the Ling battle, but he's not in the main base right now, and he has nothing to deal with these Meatless. Goodbye mineral line of the Protoss player, and that will be the GG from Team Nizzy, giving the first win to Team Jim. Congratulations, guys, for taking victory, taking the lead so far. And we'll be back for game number 2, guys. Don't go anywhere, as we'll be back shortly, or I guess on YouTube, and you just click the next video link. Ha! All right, peace, guys. Fit Sunny out.